Right. About to get started with the demo review for mabtw. Just as any feedback / tips are appreciated. He linked 3 matches. I did the downloaded the 16-14 Mirage, so we'll have a lot of content. Hopefully. Yeah, let me know if the in-game sounds a little loud. Usually a little loud. Yeah, armor. Don't bump into the wall if you want to get there very quickly. That's be careful about exposing yourself when you yeah, you're just so exposed here. This whole engagement. You should be able to hear him coming. But generally, if you're trying to kind of dance around them and fight, you could have fallen back like around a corner very close to the wall to reload there. And you'd have been completely safe, but you didn't do it. Didn't really do it that way. So okay. So you know it's... Okay, so they stagger bot. I think everybody's kind of confused on this new economy. One of them bought nothing. One of them bought armor and a pistol. One of them bought a MP whatever. Just like this is almost never recommended to just run out unless you're so confident in killing these opponents. But not all is lost. Your teammates. You should be telling your teammates to go grab your gun. If no one does, that's a big waste of a gun. You should have been screaming at them to go grab that. I just say, let me check. I'm gonna see your... Yeah, so you bought a nade and a flash, but you could have easily thrown that flash over to try and get out here. So, yeah, just another bit of advice. I mean, look at these buys here. Your whole team has armor, but their team doesn't. So their team is still stagger buying. They stagger bought last round. They stagger bought this round. So you guys are at a good advantage here. So your teammate is walking, and you're making a lot of noise. Generally, you just kind of want to walk if your teammate's walking. He's trying to be silent. You should be silent too. He's in front of you, so he has kind of pug priority. All right, what are you doing right now? So you just knew that there was a guy stairs, right? And so now you're pulling this nade out and dancing around, assuming you're invincible. Possibly. Okay, so not only was that smoke extremely dangerous to throw, it didn't even work. So any CT could come up this way and still kill you while you planted, or your teammate planted. That was questionable. Oh, that was a good crosshair placement on that guy. Okay, so you didn't know if there was an enemy there, right? You didn't know if there was an enemy around this corner. So the safer way to grab that weapon would have been just to kind of go here and grab it with E and move back, or peek, and then grab it, so that you're not exposed with your without a gun at all. Okay, so I really like peeking the opper there. You don't gotta, if you mess up that engagement, the opper just turns around and shoots you. But I really did like the engaging him. You did not clear a lot of angles. Van here, bench. Although you did come down here, which is safer than coming over here, where you were possibly exposed to the opper. But you knew he was looking at up here. So you peeked him down here, which I think was a good idea. That Molotov, that actually failed pretty spectacularly. That's actually impressively failure. So right now they've heard you, and if I were them, I would have sent somebody to rotate on over. Right? I don't know why I can't draw. Why can't I draw? Interesting. So yeah, definitely falling back, watching your flank is a good idea here. Just saw his gun. You got him on the timing. It's good. Yeah, that happens. Your team lost control of the rest of the map, so you gotta be careful. Generally, you don't even want to bring bomb into Palace if you can help it. You want to drop it before. But if you happen to have it in Palace, don't drop it in Palace. Do not look at your teammates' flashbangs. You're definitely going to want to help that guy out. You're not even... Okay. I mean, holding that angle is okay. Usually going to get yelled at for abandoning your teammates in that duel. Because if that Opper is dueling your teammate in sight, he's in a really bad position. The Opper, especially if you peek. And that didn't get any of your teammates, right? It's not your job really to peek all of these angles. In a post-plant situation, you're the Palace guy. So you can peek after your teammates who are in much more vulnerable positions. Because if they take you out, you're like kind of the stronghold in Palace. You never even went into the site that round, which is fine. But you have to play Palace like a post-plant Palace position, not just a hunt for frags kind of position. So yeah, again, running out. I think you may assume that it's safe. But they're on max loss, so you should kind of assume that that's not really a good assumption. This guy's in the same spot that he killed you at last time. So that's interesting. So that's like it's just if you haven't cleared safe, pulling a grenade out in this. If you haven't cleared sight, pulling a grenade out in this position is not safe at all. That smoke that you threw, again, did not work. That did not work. I would just save your smoke and throw it more confidently in a position that you know will work. You heard this guy shooting. Good. He got past you. What happened to your pistol? Where'd your pistol go? You forgot you had a pistol? You did so much damage to him. That's a very, very easy easy kill for your pistol. Plus, you can't get away from him in time, right? You can't. He was in that corner, and you ran that way. You were here and ran that way to try to get away. You just don't get away. So you know this guy had an op, so it's more than likely he's gonna save. So you're gonna die here probably. You could have ran away. You had time. You didn't need to die there. You didn't check under the van. Oh, your team. Whoa! Your team threw a bunch of coordinated smokes? What? Is that an accident? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Your teammate smoked off site and... What? Nuts. I don't even know that smoke. I don't even know either of those smokes. Wait, what's with the jump there? You don't have to keep fighting that guy, because you know he has to come out. Well, you could die to nades there, but like you could have just fallen back. Really, you just want info, and you want to sandwich them with your teammates. Because you know he has to come to you, so you can just take a more advantageous peek. So now at that peak, you know that he knows that you're there. You did hear him run past you under. And you've known they had ops for days, so that was a really risky window peek. You should be helping clearing site for your bomb planter. You don't need to watch Cat. He can plant very safely from Cat. You need to clear site, you need to clear bench, and you need to clear the back of the site. And right now you can use your smoke to smoke off window or market entrance. Yeah, you're gonna lose to a SIG that fight almost every time. You don't have to be standing still when you take that engagement. You died with all of your nades. Definitely use your nades in a post-plant position. So as your team comes out, you heard that op, so that you know there's one CT. That was a silly peek with no smoke down. Jungle, you're just gonna die to an opper, which is exactly what happened. You didn't use any nades to help you out of that situation. So it's so hard to nade anything useful. I mean, by nade I mean smoke. To use any smokes efficiently out of Palace is difficult. And dualies, questionable buy. So as far as grenades go, you keep on buying the HE grenade when 9 times out of 10 a smoke is more useful, especially against 2 ops. You've known that they've had multiple ops so many rounds. So right now I'd throw this nade jungle where they've been all the time. You can throw it pretty safely to jungle from here. With the dualies, you don't need to be the guy looking behind. You need to be the guy going out in front and getting. You need to be the one exchanging your life for the opponents. Plus you have the bomb. You should know you can't plant there. That's a CT smoke. Interesting. So you know. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You don't know where this last guy is, but that's not him. With those bullets, you know, and that kill, you know. So you should be watching behind. You could be watching behind. Yeah, that's okay. What you doing here, Shine? Terrorists win. And throwing a flashback. Throwing fire. Yeah, holding that angle is pretty fine, in my opinion. Especially with no smoke. You know, that's going to be a pretty common rotation spot. Get this kill. Get this kill. Ooh, get it. Why leave Palace? Why leave Palace? Palace is such a stronghold. You're in such a good position to defend the entire site from Palace. And now you're susceptible to every nade on the planet. And there's not really a good fallback position because you can get wall banged through this if this guy swings wide. Yeah, that was actually surprisingly good teamwork there. You did a little bait. Maybe it was inadvertent, but you stuck out from that box, which is what that guy was shooting at. That's why he could see you. Come on, chop, chop. Throwing fire. Status. Flashback. From here, I would let your team take the site. You've got four of them in the site. Either watch flank or watch that window with your op. You don't need to be in the site. Do not need to. You just, yeah, going in too much. What is this? What is this? All right. Like, you could have held flank that whole round, and that would have been a fine thing to do. So based on this half, it seems like you guys are going to do pretty badly next half, so, because I know the final score. So one thing that's been missing this entire match has been a jungle smoke. Nobody knows how to smoke off jungle, or maybe more correctly, lower stairs. A smoke that lands right here. Super useful, super good. So, yeah, good on you. Good on watching the flank. Some good game sense. Yeah, you're gonna want to just actually hold it. So your teammates have almost every other angle covered, and you are completely blind. But your teammate accidentally blinded you, so you just fall back. Like, when you see an enemy, you don't have to fight them. You can fall back until the engagement favors you more. Trouble with that angle. You see, like, again, you didn't have to fully commit to that. You know he has a deagle, so you know he could not possibly have a grenade. Could not possibly have a grenade. It's too expensive, right? I think. How much is the deagle? Yeah, it's like 600 bucks. But deagle's a pretty bad gun to buy on pistol round. He has no armor. So right now, you guys should be thinking about playing the bots, because those guys love to push. Oh, you saw that guy on cat and didn't shoot at him. It's a pretty big fail. Like, you actually just saw him. Your crosshair was right on him. So 1v3 situation. You just killed one of their opponents, so they know where you are. So you may want to move back towards your teammates and then retake A more together. But you know, things worked out. It's fine. So you're just playing around this round. Did you link me the right match? Alright, so y'all are about to lose out then. It is tempting to get really cocky, but with two bots on the enemy team, like, your main goal should just be waiting them out. And the Eugene, yeah. So look at all that free money. Look at all that money. How do y'all lose this? All right. Like, again, you do not have to fight that guy. It's such a bad position to fight him in. You may be just getting cocky at this point, but this is a fight you shouldn't be taking. Okay, so you misnumbered these 16-4, but there's definitely a lot. You somehow, either I clicked on the wrong link, something else happened. But yeah, there's definitely a lot there to help. I would just definitely say be more careful when throwing smokes. Try to not die as much, like with all of your utility, especially in post plant positions. You can use nades to your advantage, and then yeah, definitely don't force yourself. Just because you were fighting an enemy doesn't mean you can't fall back and wait until that engagement is more favorable to re-engage. All right, that's all I'll do for now. Good luck in all your future matches, fam.